At first glance, this small airfield looks like little more than a graveyard for old planes with a few working aircraft taxiing nearby. But look closer towards the hangar and you'll see there's much more going on.
All right, so you guys go ahead and remove the starter.
Welcome to Antelope Valley College and Fox Field, home to one of the newest and most comprehensive aerospace teaching facilities in the nation. This 10,000 square foot hangar is filled with planes, frames, and engines, all waiting to be studied and worked on.
Today, what we're going to do is we're going to actually remove an aircraft starter.
Today, Professor of Aeronautics Ty Mettler is letting his students get hands-on experience, removing and replacing complex and essential parts.
Once you get it out, you'll show it to me, I'll ask you a couple of questions, and then you'll be cleared to put it back on.
Later, they'll dive right in, taking apart and reassembling entire engines. Associate Professor Jack Halliday says for some students, these courses mark the first time they've ever even picked up a tool.
So they go through these programs, they get full exposure to the hand tools, the mechanics behind the airplanes. They learn full-blown operation on how to work on airplanes from the ground up. The important thing with hands-on experience with this program is students are fully exposed to the working operation on the airplane.
I've never held a wrench prior to being in this program. I knew nothing, but my teachers have been very patient with me, showing me what all the tools are, how they work, when to use this one, when to use that one. They've been very patient with me.
At one point, Shalom Lazar thought he wanted to be a music composer, but then he discovered this aeronautics program at Antelope Valley. Now this student says he's on his way to a career that's both well-paying and deeply satisfying.
Oh, I love it. The reason why I really like this one is because of its high demand. Not just because of how easy it is to get a job, but because it means that the world really needs it.
Besides the hands-on training, there's equal time spent on classroom instruction, schematics, and classes often rooted in physics, math, design, and engineering. Mettler, who spent more than 30 years in this industry, says what's most satisfying is watching these students have those aha moments.
As an instructor, it's always fun to watch the students and to see a light bulb go on when they go, oh, I finally get it. Okay, I'm glad you showed that to me, because for most of them, it's a brand new experience.
And knowing that if I see a plane taking off and I was one of the ones who helped to get it into the air, it's very fulfilling for me.
Antelope Valley in northern LA County is home to some of the world's biggest aerospace companies, like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing. It's also home to Edwards Air Force Base, where many space shuttle flights have landed.
So getting out of high school here, if you're willing to learn and work with your hands, there's tons of employment opportunities.
April King graduated from the Aero program in 2015 after taking night classes while working in the industry. She's now a principal quality assurance analyst at Northrop Grumman's Palmdale facility.
We're making history out here in the Antelope Valley, and it's great to have a college that creates employees from their curriculums. So I was able to turn the information that I learned at the college into real-time application and applying it to what I was working with every day.
It's been a passion for, high school. Even high school, I was trying to get into something that deals with aircraft. Aircraft has always been my passion.
Student Eddie Ramirez had already gained some aircraft maintenance skills while serving in the U.S. Navy. But now he says he's learning a lot more and knows the job offers will be waiting when he's done.
I want to continue to work on aircraft. It doesn't really matter what type of aircraft, as long as I'm hands-on. It's a great program. You'll learn so much. You'll be humbled by how much you learn.
Antelope Valley is one of only 15 California community colleges offering 4-year bachelor's degrees, as well as associate's degrees and certificates. The bachelor's degree in airframe manufacturing technology essentially leads to careers in engineering and building planes and even spacecraft. Designed in concert with the aerospace industry, the program's already turned out 2,000 graduates in 4 years, with 94% getting hired into companies like Grumman, Lockheed, even SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic.
They're looking to build lives, build a career, build families. They're looking to contribute to the country, to the world, forward-thinking people that want careers and jobs.
Who doesn't look up at the sky and just, you're in awe when an airplane flies over, a helicopter flies over, and just look at the science and effort that went into building and making what it can do. The sky's literally the limit. We're just gonna go up from here and continue to make history, and I wanna be part of that.
Yeah, I feel very privileged, very lucky, and very blessed to have an opportunity like this.
A big plus for me is when a student comes back and they tell me, you know, we're buying our first home. You know, I could go work in industry myself and make much more money, but I wanted to work at AV College and help the students so I could give back to the community. And so for them to accomplish that and be successful in life, you know, that's big for me.
It feels great to have something that the world really, really needs, to have a skill that can really contribute.
welcome you live to Newton Gillette Court here on the campus of Antelope Valley College. Mike Cepeda with you here this evening. It's the Marauders and the Corsairs here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 3C2A women's volleyball. Santa Monica coming in with a record of 11-8. These two teams met on October 13th. It was at Santa Monica, 3-0 win for the Corsairs, and Antelope Valley coming in with a record of 5-8, looking to return the favor here tonight in a Western State Conference matchup. For Antelope Valley, starting it'll be Kaylee Lugo, Maggie Rafferty, Alyssa Hubanks, Audrey Scholl, Cassandra Tejeda, Vanessa Fletes, and Lizette Hidalgo. For Santa Monica, it'll be Hallie Anderson, Trinity Goodman, Sophia Lawrence, Maya Vaught, Mackenzie Wolf, Eleanor Fors, and Emily Bell. We are set and ready to go here from Antelope Valley. Santa Monica coached by Teron Douglas. Douglas coached head coach Mark Cruz for Antelope Valley, along with Lance Walker and L.A. Pierce. It will be Lizette Hidalgo starting things off, and she puts it into the net. So Santa Monica strikes first blood on a service error. 1-0. Maya Vaught to the back line to serve. Rafferty, free ball situation coming up for Santa Monica. Set middle, the dink not there. Bump set in the middle. They run the pipe. It's Rafferty, and Rafferty hits it out. Nordfors up front, middle blocker, along with Emily Bell and Mackenzie Wolf. Free ball dink, covered nicely. Back set, big swing, and a nice tool to the block from Antoinetta Jimenez. Excuse me, not Jimenez, that was Emily Bell. 3-0 Santa Monica. As Vaught. Another tough serve from Santa Monica, another mishit. This time from Hubanks, 4-0. Vaught again, another tough serve. This one handled well by Hubanks. Middle set. It's a pushover and a score from Cassandra Tejeda. It's a nice adjustment by Tejeda. She takes a little bit off of it and she finds a hardwood. Hubanks with a tough serve. Hubanks. You see that flat hit there, and she sends a nice hard float over to the Santa Monica Corsair side, 4-2. Another tough serve. Overpass. That one not down, now it is. That's a terrific effort from Hallie Anderson. But the point goes to the Marauders, and 1 point away from tying this up after a 4-0 run to start for the Corsairs. Hubanks will tee it up. Another tough serve. This one handled better by Vaught on the back row. Bell, big swing, dug out. Near side, Rafferty. She goes angle, and Anderson gets that one up. Blocked back over and down. 4-0 run for the Marauders, 4-0. Terrific rally by both teams. Well, the Marauders caught a little flat-footed out of the gate. they have righted the ship. Let's take a lead right here. Eubanks, another tough serve, Vaught. Big swing, off the block, not down. Set up, Fletes. Rafferty gets on top of it. We'll have a net violation on Santa Monica. Antelope Valley will take their first lead. And Eubanks, a nice run on her serve, but that one into the twine. We'll tie it up at 5-all. So Hallie Anderson will head to the service line for the Corsairs. Tie ball game, first set. Western State Conference matchup. 3C2A women's volleyball. Beautiful pass from Eubanks near side. Rafferty gets on top of it, blocked back over. Will she get another chance at it? No, a miss. That's a miss hit there. It's going to go against Fletes. Six to 5. Anderson, a jump float. Fletes, setter dump, coverage there. Bump set. Not there. Rafferty. Fletes sets up. This can be a free ball, a short free ball. Big swing. That's out. See a big swing. That went well past the line. 6-all. And that's going to send Cassandra Tejeda to the service line. Bump set. That one is out. That one close. Put the lead back to the Marauders here at 7-6 first set. Tejeda, jump float, tough one. Vaught handles it perfectly. That one dug out nicely by Eubanks. Free ball. It's short, nobody home. Some miscommunication really on both sides, but it'll be the Marauders getting the better of it. They lead at 8-6, their biggest lead of the first set. Tejeda, that one's going to go past the back line, 8-7. So tough serving early on from the Marauders, and they have a 1-point lead. 3-0 loss at Santa Monica. Going to send Emily Bell back to the service line for the Corsairs. That one past the back line. 9-7. Fletes will come off. We'll send Rhiannon Romero to the service line. Rafferty Larinaga off the top of the tape. And down on the Corsair side for the point, 10-7. Romero will ready another one. And that one in for the ace. Nobody there. That's terrific placement from Romero. 11-7. We have a timeout called by the Corsairs. And the story early on has been the tough serving from the Marauders. They have a 4-point lead. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Back to battle here from Newton Gillette Court on the campus of Antelope Valley College. It's the Marauders with a 4-point lead on top of the Corsairs. Friday night, 3C2A women's volleyball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Romero coming off of an ace. Another tough serve. And they're not going to get this one over. 5-point lead for Antelope Valley, 12-7. And just miscommunication on the serve receive, and Romero is placing it perfectly. Romero again. Another tough serve that handled better this time by Vaught. That one into the twine from Wolf, and Mackenzie Wolf hitting air, 13-7. Marauders coming out fired up here in this one. Lugo, Laranaga, Rafferty up front. Romero down the line. Vaught, bit of an overpass, and this is going to be a net violation going to go against. Well, it looked like it was going to be a net violation on Trinity Goodman. I wonder if we can see this on replay here. Yeah, indeed, that's a great shot of it. Back to live action. Vaught, nice pass. They run the slide. That one into the top of the tape. I don't think that got over. They won't call it anyway. It's 14-7. Let's change the score. Now an opportunity out of the back row for Hughbanks. Hughbanks over the block and down. That's a great job by Hughbanks. Triple block up front. And she takes a little bit off of it, goes over the block. 15-7 now. Antelope Valley flourishing here in set one. Romero on fire from the service line, and she keeps it going. Better pass that time in system for Santa Monica. Good swing. Hughbanks overpass. Free ball here. Back set. Bell out of the back row. Dug out. Rafferty keeps it alive. Bump set coming. Back row attack. Hughbanks can't leave her feet. Gets it over. Vaught. That's a good swing. Hughbanks, good rally. Set up near side. Rafferty, big swing down, but not away. Romero gets it up. Hughbanks off of a bump set out of the back row, dug out by Anderson. Go to the back row attack, and this one out from Bell. Terrific rally from both teams. The Marauders get the better of it, 16-7. The wheels have fallen off in set one for the Corsairs. Romero is going to go short. She goes to the changeup, fakes out everybody, and that one goes into the twine. Another hitting error for Wolf. What a great job by Romero. She goes away from the fastball. She goes short and catches everybody off guard there, and really nobody adjusted. Back to live action. This time she goes to the fastball. Wolf looking for the hardwood, not going to find it. Romero comes up. Rafferty, that's not going to let that one go. Romero, bit of a two-tap. And a terrific rally from the service line for Rhiannon Romero. Looks like Emily Bell will have to come out here. We'll have a substitution. It'll be Rachel Lalemond. (17-8) set one. Antelope Valley all over the Corsairs in this one. Let's see if the Corsairs can rally here. Coach Teron Douglas is looking for something different. Romero sets up. Laranaga, Vaught there. They go to the slide again. Collision in the middle of the hardwood, and Eubanks or Romero, they're okay. Point will go to Santa Monica, 17-9. They like to run Lawrence on that slide. When you get that movement up front with good passing, good things are going to happen if you're the Corsairs. Lallemande. A hard serve. Out of the back row, Eubanks, good swing. Anderson digs that one out. Outside, Vaught down the line. Romero digs it out. Vaught again gets on top of it, and we'll have a net violation on Vaught. Yep, you see the net move there. And the violation on Vaught, 18-9 now, Antelope Valley in front. Back set. Big swing. Blocked over Eubanks on Lawrence. (19-9). Tough serve from Rafferty. Vaught, big swing. Dug out. Romero sets up Laranaga off of the block. Anderson digs that one out. They go to Vaught again. She goes to the dink. She's going to score. That's terrific placement there and good vision from Vaught. As Corsairs get into double digits, but it's 19-10. Antelope Valley with a nice cushion in set one. Sophia Lawrence. Emily Blower now serving. Tough float serve, overpass. Joust ball, Laranaga, bump set. No, she's going to send it to the back row, and this will be, I think, a delayed call going to go against the Marauders. So 19-11. Lead cut to 8 for AVC. Blower. Another tough serve from Emily Blower. See the movement here on the serve. That one just not picked up very well by Audrey Scholl, libero. 19-12. Scholl handles that one better. Quick set in the middle and tooling the block perfectly. It's Lugo. Well, that's a good swing, a little bit behind her, but she's able to get enough on it through the block and down on the Corsair side. The first team to 20 in set one, Antelope Valley. Romano now from the service line for AVC and an 8-point lead for the Marauders. Romano, a little bit too much on that one. Oh, they take it anyway. That one was going out. Vaught, big swing off the top of the tape. Romero out of the back row. It's a good roll shot with some power on it from Rafferty. Vaught again. The dink, great coverage by Eubanks. Everybody in sync in set one for the Marauders. Back set. Bell out of the back row. Big swing and dug out by Romero. Vaught off of a bump set. Romero just too much there. Huge swing. It's a tough ball to handle there from Vaught. I had a quick conversation with Joe Manzo, assistant coach for Santa Monica, before the game. Hey, who's your best pin hitter? He was quick to point out Maya Vaught. Battle at the net. Romero. They'll bump it over to Laranaga. Laranaga looking for the line. She won't be able to get it down. Joust ball going to win or be won by the Marauders. 21-13. Timeout again by Santa Monica. 22-13 now for the Marauders. We'll be back in a moment. (22-13). The Marauders all over Santa Monica here in set one. Vaught takes it, might have been out. Big push set to the far side, and Bell a mishit again. Well, hitting errors for the Corsairs. And you couple that with the tough serving from AVC. And the Marauders have rolled here in set one. They are 2 points away from taking set one. Bell, they go right back to her. It's off of the block. She takes a little bit off of it, handled well. Set up in the middle, tooling the block perfectly. Tejeda. Set point. Set up middle. That one put down in front by Nordfors. 24-14. Well, it's important for the Marauders to quell any momentum going into set two for the Corsairs. Vaught from the service line. It's a good one. Eubanks handles it pretty well. Set up into the middle, off of the block and down. Set one in the books. It goes to ABC. It's Tejeda to close it out for Antelope Valley. 25-14. Santa Monica with a 3-0 win earlier in October 13th. And Antelope Valley looking to return the favor here. Mission accomplished so far. Set one goes to ABC. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. performance in set one from the Marauders. They take it in convincing fashion, 25-14. Corsairs will try to right the ship here in set two. As we said at the top of the broadcast, Santa Monica came in with a record of 11-8. Valley only 5-8, coming off of a loss, a sweep at the hands of Bakersfield, one of the perennial state powers here in the 3C2A. Sometimes you get better when you face better competition. In Antelope Valley playing at a high clip, they were caught a little bit off guard with the opening 4-0 run for Santa Monica, but since then it was Santa Monica getting outscored 25-10. Obviously, Santa Monica not doing themselves any favors with some hitting errors, but the service game strong. In set one for the Marauders, as Corsairs will look to Savannah Hazlip to start things off in set two. Eubanks starts it off with a good pass. She'll get it back. Nice step close off of the block and down. ABC picks up right where they left off in set one. Quick side out. Eubanks back to the service line for the Marauders. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word. www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on YouTube. SoCal College Sports 1. Free ball for the Marauders. Eubanks, perfect pass set up near side. Rafferty. Good job by ABC just taking advantage of a free ball situation as Rafferty puts it away. Back to live action. Dug out. Rafferty again, miss hit. Santa Monica finally on the board here in set two. Vaught back to the service line and a good one. Oh, no, it's out. That's terrific judgment there by Scholl. We'll go back to the replay. And Scholl thought about taking this. Watch this here. And I'm thinking that this ball is going to come down, and Scholl lets it go. And it's a winner for ABC. Another tough serve, this time from Eubanks. We'll back that up for you. And check that. It was not Eubanks, that was Tejeda. Tejeda with an ace. Another tough serve into the scorer's desk. 5-1. ABC rolling here in set two. Tejeda again, she closed out set one. Shining in set two. Bell on top of the block, tools it. Fletes could not handle, 5-2. Tejeda will come off after a nice run from the service line. Some tough serving for Cassandra. Scholl back into the matchup. And it'll be Haley Anderson. Opposite libero for the Corsairs. Tee it up. Eubanks. Nice. That's a great pass and a setter dump. Set up perfect by Fletes. Look at this pass here from Eubanks. All right, they're going to set up something in the middle. Nope. Everybody caught off guard. Perfect play there from Fletes and Vanessa. The Marauders clicking on all cylinders here this evening. 6-2, 4-point lead, set two. Romero, another tough serve. She had a big-time service run in that first set. Roll shot, not down, covered by Eubanks. Eubanks out of the back row after a bump set from Romero. They set up outside Bell with a big swing, covered by Scholl. They set up near side Rafferty. moving on the hit, gets it over, a bit of a roll shot, big swing. That's going to go out off of Lawrence. Everything going the Marauders' way. To the delight of head coach Mark Cruz. For Antelope Valley in a 5-point lead in set 2. Romero serving again. That one into the net. The last thing you want is to stall any momentum. But still in favor for AVC. Let's see if they can get it back with a quick side out. Lugo up front with Laranaga. As for the Corsairs, it's Blower, and she had a tough serve in that first set. Another tough one handled perfectly that time by Scholl. They set up Lugo. Lugo not much on it. And that one off of the mark, but a nice play made. And looked like Lupe Pulautu, excuse me. It's just a great adjustment to the ball. Pulautu finds the hardwood. And it's a score for Santa Monica. Blower. A little bit too much on that one. And that's a great job by Eubanks with the correct judgment. Past the back line it goes. It was coming down with some fury, but just beyond the back line. Now Rafferty to serve things up for the Marauders, leading 8-4 in set 2. That one into the net, so back-to-back service errors for the Marauders. The serving such a key factor in that first set blowout, 25-14 for AVC. They're trying to get it going here, but a couple of service errors back-to-back from Romero and Rafferty. Rafferty now with a big swing out of the back row. Mishit, but down. Anderson gets it going. Bell with a big swing, but dug out by Romero. Bump set by Laranaga. Free ball coming with some downward motion. Outside Vaught with a big swing. Maya Vaught. Eight to 6. Corsairs crawling back into this one. Bell. That's a jump float serve, and it was a beauty from Bell. And now the Marauders by the slimmest of margins at 8-7. The momentum has decidedly shifted in the Corsairs' favor. Santa Monica looking to get back in this one. Overpass, joust ball. That's off of Romero. Santa Monica now with an opportunity. Vaught with a good swing and down. 8-all. Looks like Rafferty's going to have to come off here. She's not feeling, might have aggravated an injury. She'll be subbed in for by Julie Mueller. And that's a key developing storyline here. Mueller gets that one on the serve receive, and we'll have a lift called against AVC. Another tough serve from Bell. Should be 10-8. Scoreboard says 9-9. It's 10-9. Now it's 10-9. 10-9 now, yeah. Scholl will come off, as will Lugo. As Tiffany Romano will head to the back line. Romano tees it up. Overpass, joust ball. Won by Santa Monica. Hayslip has provided a spark here for the Corsairs in set 2. Pelotu. That one long. So sloppy from both service lines, but Santa Monica getting the better of it. With a 1-point lead, Romero will come off. She'll be replaced by Lizette Hidalgo. Fletes back into the front row, so be wary of the setter dump. Fletes along with Tejeda and Eubanks. Nice serve. That's terrific placement from the back line by Hidalgo. 11 all. Hidalgo again, she goes short, and she is targeting Emily Bell. Let's watch this serve here. Bell's going to be subbed in for. But on the previous serve, it was Hidalgo going long. She takes a little bit off, goes short, placed perfectly. Bell subbed out. That hit the antenna. Looked like that one hit the antenna. They're going to call it out anyway. Vaught. Yeah, you see the antenna there, and clearly out. Back to live action. 13-11, roll shot. Not handled well, and it's going to be a point for Vaught. 13-12. So Hazlip, who's been terrific here in set two for the Corsairs, sends that one off of the tape. Nice adjustment by Eubanks. Tejeda sends that one over. We're going to have a net violation against the Corsairs. Yeah, they're going to say that's against Vaught, looks like. So Eubanks now 14-12. Antelope Valley now with a 2-point cushion in set two. Hazlip sets up, back set for Vaught. Off of the block, overpass from Fairbanks, or Eubanks, excuse me. They'll set up, that one dug out terrifically by Romano. That one sent over. Back set, they go to Vaught. She's looking for the line, nobody home. Off of the hand of Tejeda. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by Hunter Dodge of the West. AES. Setter dump there, and it's a beauty. Not down, though, from Fletes. Good swing. Fletes, joust ball, one over on the side of Santa Monica. Nordfors, we're still going. Terrific rally. Pass the back line? No. Nordfors gets the better of that one. This rally here from both teams, battling. Vaught sends that one over. It's a great job by both teams, and Nordfors sends it over for the point. Another tough serve from Santa Monica, off of the block, not down on the Marauders' side. Tejeda. Little soft bell down the line, but it's in. (15-14). Coach Mark Cruz thinking timeout, but he'll let it play out. Maybe one more. Vaught now at the service line for Santa Monica, and a 1-point lead for the Corsairs. Romano misjudges it. It'll be hit and placed by Mueller. Back set. Big swing, but she takes something off of it. Does Goodman, and it's a score. We'll have some subs in. Lugo's going to come on. She's going to replace Romano. Scholl back in as well. Fletes, back set. Tejeda tools the block. Nice job, good pass, and Fletes, perfect delivery. It's a good swing there from Tejeda. Tejeda now serving. 15-16. Tejeda down the line, targeting Vaught. She goes all over it. Far side, Bell, roll shot. Eubanks. Near side, that one off of the block. Anderson covers. That one put down by Goodman. Lugo late to close on the block, and Goodman gets it through. 2-point lead back to the Corsairs. Seesaw battle set 2. Antelope Valley took the first set 25-14. Anderson, tough jump float. Fletes bump set. Eubanks out of the back row looking for the back line. Anderson right there. Back set. Goodman, big swing, dug out. Eubanks, joust ball. This is going to go out off of Santa Monica, and a miscue for the Corsairs. Swings momentum back in favor of Antelope Valley. Question is, can they capitalize? And the perfect person to come in for AVC, Rihanna Romero. Will serve things up. She went on a huge service run in that first set for the Marauders. They could use one right here. That one just beyond the back line. Well, she's going for a tough serve. Sometimes that can impact negatively, and we see it right there. The service error past the back line. That's her. I think that's back-to-back service errors for Romero. Tough serve. Sent near side. Laranaga goes angle, but well off the mark. I think Laranaga was looking for a touch, but nobody was there, and the angle results in the ball going out. Goodman now from the back line. That'll be a service error for the Corsairs. Stop the bleeding momentarily for the Marauders as they trailed it by 2 late in set 2. Julia Mueller sends it over. Rafferty being worked on. Let's see if she can get back into the fray. So got up. Eubanks off of the block and down. Goodman late to cover. (19-18). And do we have a substitution error? Meanwhile, that one's going long. Maybe a bit of gamesmanship from the Santa Monica side as they had a question. Sometimes when you get that, that'll stall the momentum and the rhythm of the server for AVC. And we see it right there. Mueller sends that one long. Eubanks trying to get it back off of the block. And a joust ball one. Whoa. We're going to have a really good look of it here on replay. They're saying that the ball never went over. That's off of the. That's a terrible call. Absolutely dreadful call going against AVC. And now it's 22-18. Santa Monica 3 points away from evening up this set. Let's watch this play, the controversial play. There was a touch from both players. We're going to see it on replay here. Serve over from Bell. And they're going to say that Eubanks never got the ball over, that it hit the tape, but clearly you see it here, and it goes off of the middle blocker. Well, you can make a case there that Laranaga hit the net. That was not the call. See if we can get some clarification. Okay, so the call was correct. It was not a forehit. They ruled that Laranaga did hit the net, and upon replay and further review, that was the correct call. So Bell, a 4-point lead for the Corsairs. Scholl, beautiful pass. Romero sets up Larinaga. She reaches back with the left hand. Not down. Vaught now off of the block. Miscommunication between Scholl and Mueller. Santa Monica now 2 points away. Bell will tee it up. 5-point lead. Mueller, beautiful pass, near side. Eubanks, she'll go with a push shot down. Vaught late to cover. Nice job, nice vision there from Eubanks to get that one in. The Marauders looking for Scholl to go on a run on her service. Marauders trailing by 4. The Corsairs 2 points away from evening up this match. Scholl, no service error there, but handled well by Anderson. Big swing, roll shot from Pulodu. Eubanks into the net, and that one did not get over the tape. Set point for Santa Monica. Pulodu and Hayslip have been terrific for the Corsairs. Not a very tough serve. Quick set into the middle. Tejeda gets that one off the block, but not down. Vaught reaches up. Quick step, close, and closes out. Set 2 for Santa Monica. Tied up at a set apiece. It was ABC all over the Corsairs in set 1, 25-14. Corsairs bounce back in set 2, 25-19. Back was set 3 from Newton Gillette Court, the campus of Antelope Valley College, when we come back. Corsairs respond in a big way in that set 2. And the situation of what might have been for Antelope Valley in that set 2 as we revisit the injury to Maggie Rafferty. Had to come off, and we don't know what she's nursing, but is back into the contest here with her team dropping the second set. She'll be assigned in the front row. She'll come off when she's in the back to give her a bit of a break. You can catch this broadcast live at SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube, also on our YouTube archives. Special thanks this evening, and always to Tom Gang, Athletic Director and Dean of Athletics at Antelope Valley College. So president of the SCFA, and speaking of SCFA football triple header on SoCal College Sports tomorrow It starts at 2 p.m. as Antelope Valley will host L.A. Pierce. And in the evening, it'll be Mount San Jacinto traveling to Pasadena, and then one of the biggest matchups of the year in the state of California, College of the Canyons hosting Ventura, a battle of the North. SoCalCollegeSports.com will have all that for you live. We are set and ready to go in set 3. This coverage there from Eubanks. Step close quickly from Eubanks. Off the block, not down. Covered nicely by Goodman. Vaught down the line. Rafferty. Big bump over to Eubanks. Goodman has that one roofed over. Fletes and Tejeda. Watch the action here. Double block? I don't think so. Antelope Valley strikes first blood in set 3. Rhythm a little bit off there. Fletes trying to set up on the net, and that one put over and down. Tejeda puts that one in. Another tough serve. Miscommunication there. Free ball. Tejeda, another one. Hidalgo will tee it up again for AVC. I thought it was 3-0. It should be 3-0. Hidalgo gets it over. That one denied by Eubanks. It was Hazlip trying to go for the setter dump, and Eubanks diagnosed it perfectly. Watch this here as Hazlip, a little bit tight. She turns her shoulders. Eubanks all over it. Alyssa. It's been fantastic here this evening. Goodman tools it nicely on the far side off of Fletes. So 4-1 now, set 3. The momentum early this time in set 3 to AVC as Vaught will serve it up. Nice pass from Rafferty. Eubanks. She goes angle, placed it perfectly. Just a great job taking advantage of the block moving over. Laurence unable to contain it. Eubanks with a good swing. Serving it up now. She's going after Vaught. Anderson saves it. Hazlip will get it over. That's a terrific save, but a free ball. Fletes, setter dump, nobody home. Fletes. Watch this from Fletes. She's been terrific in terms of when to use that here this evening. 6-1, set 3. Eubanks, another tough serve. Hazlip gets it over. Scholl right there. Rafferty, quick step close and scores. Timeout, Santa Monica trailing 7-1. See if we can cue up the replay here. We'll go back to the serve here. That's a terrific save from Anderson, able to get that one over. But again, the setter dump, that was the play of the setter dump. Get you back to live action shortly. Another tough serve from Eubanks. This one going long. Everything going right for AVC. 8-1 now, set 3. I mean, that's your libero, and Eubanks, it's all or nothing. There's a service error as we're still in replay. So 8-2 after the service error from Eubanks. Back to live action. Anderson from the service line. She goes short. Rafferty, overpass, free ball. Hazlip, quick set. Pelotu gets it over but not down. It's off of Tejeda. Rafferty gets down on one. Looks like we had a net violation. I said off of the block. It looked like they got Rafferty and Lugo falling away there. It's 9-3. Let's get that fixed here for you. Overpass and off the mark. Rafferty, it's a running start to that one. It's 9-4. We'll correct that for you. Bell, roll shot. Fletes, near side. Rafferty gets on top of one. (10-4). Hidalgo comes off, and let's see if Rhiannon Romero can get started from the service line. Back-to-back service errors for her. It's a little bit off of it, floats it over. Bell does not handle that well. She'll put that one into the twine. And they are targeting Emily Bell, who has really struggled in particular with Romero's serve this evening. There's Romero. Rhiannon. That one over. Vaught. It's a pretty good pass. Pelotu. Covered by Scholl beautifully. Romero backs at Laranaga. Dug out by Anderson. Back set. Goodman. A lot on it. Eubanks overpass. Pelotu gets it over. Scholl. Romero. They run the pipe. Eubanks has to adjust. Goodman. Outside. Bell, big swing. (11-5). Bell serves it up. Laranaga on top of the block, and it's blocked back over. Scholl deflects out of play off of AVC, and the Marauders will see their lead shrink to 5. Bell, a pretty good service run in set 2. Another tough serve, overpass from Scholl again. Hazlip gets it over but not down. They set up a roll shot from Eubanks. Hazlip, jump set. Pelotu can't get it off of the block and down. Back set, Laranaga fools out everybody, and that's going to be a violation, net violation. Clearly, it looked like Vaught caught the bottom tape. Should be 12-6, and it is. Rafferty will come off. She's going to get a break here. Valiant effort from Maggie. Mueller back into the contest. Marauders with a 6-point lead. Vaught, overpass. Hazlip, joust ball, won by the double block up front. Lugo and Laranaga. 13-6. Near side, Eubanks puts it away. (14 to 6). We'll get that change here for you. Pelotu's out. There's a lot on it. It's a nice pass from Anderson, setting up Vaught, and Vaught with a big swing and down. 15-7. Blower to serve things up. Scholl, Romero, Lugo off the block, covered by Blower. Lawrence gets it over but not down. Bump set from Scholl. Mueller out of the back row. Vaught, big swing off of the chest. We call that a chester. Romero couldn't handle it. 15-8. Blower again. Scholl. Tough pass. Lugo punches at it. It's a good swing. Scholl right there. That's a great dig. Nice find. Eubanks big swing off the block. Blower digs it out. Hazlip back set. They go to Lawrence on the slide and it's out. It's good action up front. Just Lawrence a little bit off. They get exactly what they want there, but another mishit. 16-8 now. Scholl now serving for the Marauders at 16-8 in set 3. A set apiece here from Antelope Valley. Vaught with a big swing. It's good tracking there by Romero. Put over by Tejeda. Hazlip. A heady play by Tejeda. Tejeda joust ball. Hazlip outside Vaught looking for the dink. She's going to get it. That's a nice rally by both teams. Vaught gets the better of it that time. Just really good court awareness from Maya. Tough serve, nobody there from Mueller. 16-10 now. Hazlip. Jump serve, handled beautifully. Tejeda, not much there. Net violation will result in the Marauder 7-point lead. Fletes will come on for Romero. Larinaga off. Hidalgo back to the service line. Should be 17-10. That's what we have. There we see Lizette Hidalgo. And Hidalgo gets that one over. Set up, back set, Vaught. Dug out by Hidalgo, bit of an overpass and a free ball situation. Goodman, quick step close, blocked back over. That time by Fletes. Vaught this time, dug out by Scholl. And we'll have a net violation going to go against Eubanks. see Eubanks hits the net there. So Vaught will serve it away. Fletes sets up Tejeda in the middle. Tejeda reaches back, sends it over. Anderson right there. Goodman now looking for the back line. She's going to find it. That's a heady play from Trinity Goodman. Freshman setter from Woodland Hills, El Camino Real. 17-12 now in set three. Mueller missed pass there. The Marauders may be thinking timeout here, and Coach Cruz will do exactly that. Timeout, AVC lead cut to 4 in set three. Don't go anywhere. We have a battle here in set three. Santa Monica trailing big just a moment ago. They have cut it to full. 17-13, they now trail it. Vaught will tee it up. Go to Eubanks, and Eubanks puts that one into the twine. The passing just a little off here from the Marauders that has allowed Santa Monica to get back into it. We're in set three. A set all between the Corsairs and the Marauders here. 3C2A women's volleyball. Fletes. Bell, roll shot. Scholl right there. Fletes sets up. Eubanks, good serve, good approach. Anderson digs it out. Hazlip sets up Goodman. Back set, dug out by Scholl. Overpass, joust ball. Laurence wins it. Eubanks sends it over. Hazlip covers. Goodman, miscommunication between her and Anderson. It'll be a point for Antelope Valley. That's terrific persistence. There's Eubanks finding the angle, and some miscommunication between, again, Anderson and Goodman results in a point. Mueller will come off. Rafferty back in. Eubanks with a tough serve. Push shot from Bell, and Hidalgo did not handle it well. 18-15. Eubanks handles that one pretty well. Fletes pushes it out near side. Rafferty. Hazlip, Pelotu on top of the block and down. Tejeda could not contain it. 18-16 now. Corsairs coming on in a flurry. Tejeda back set, sets up Tejeda. Tejeda looking for the middle of the court. Goodman right there to get it up. Bell looking for a roll shot, goes angle. Fletes sets up Rafferty off of the block. And nice placement from Maggie. Off of Pelotu. Tejeda. Tough serve, bump set from Bell. Pelotu will just get this one over. It's Hazlip, Fletes, joust ball, won by Lugo. 2016 in AVC, the first to 20 in set three. just when it looked like Santa Monica was going to tie it, maybe take the lead, ABC stays persistent and now builds a 4-point lead late in set 3. Hazlett, back set, Goodman, angle. Eubanks there, bump set from Hidalgo. Hidalgo, that's tough. Overpass, overset from the bump. And it was just too close to judge on the net there for Rafferty out of the rafters. 2017. Know what the conversation was about. Flete sets up. Rafferty, big swing off of the tape. I don't think it got over. It did not. See if we have it here. No, that's good. Tough. Back to live action. Lugo. Nobody there. There's a net violation going to go against Santa Monica. Better to be lucky than good. Laranaga will come on along with Romero, and Romero an opportunity to extend on the 3-point lead late in set 3 for the Marauders. Rafferty. Along with Lugo and Laranaga up front. Romero, tough serve, Vaught handled it pretty well. Bell, big swing, Scholl with a dig. Romero sets up, Rafferty goes line, Anderson digs it out. Goodman, push shot, looking for the back line. Scholl, beautiful pass. That went off the block. Handled by Anderson, she read it well. Bell down the line, that one barely in. Well, that's a tough call. Yeah, that's tough. That's right on the line. 21-19. Bell serving. Eubanks. Rafferty on the net. Lugo unable to punch that one over. 21-20 and back and forth we go. Late set 3. The drama builds here at Newton Gillette Court. Bell. That one off the mark from Scholl. Timeout, Antelope Valley. Take a timeout ourselves. Knock it up. Back to battle set 3 here, and that one into the net from Laranaga, 22-21. It's a surge late set 3 for the Corsairs. Eubanks out of the back row. Another point for Santa Monica, now 2 points away from taking set 3. This will look like it was in the bag. And then Santa Monica storms back. ABC inch forward towards taking set 3, but now the Corsairs on the precipice. Laranaga, push shot. Anderson right there. Hazlett Pelotu hangs in the air, and she's going to score. Set point, set 3 for Santa Monica. Bell, that one will close out set 3 for the ace. Santa Monica now leads it 2-1. That one on the back line. 2-1, Santa Monica on top of AVC. We'll be back with set 4 in a little bit. Start set 4, and it's Eubanks getting things started off for the Marauders. One off of the tape. Sometimes better to be lucky than good. Eubanks It's 2-0 for AVC as Alyssa has both points to start set 4. Fled this, punched back over off the setter dump. Rafferty rises up. Anderson digs that one out. Back set. Set up. Looks like we have Tejeda goes off. And you hope she's okay. We'll see it on replay here. And Tejeda looked like she maybe rolled an ankle. You see her go down there. Don't really see it obscured by the referee, but you hate to see it. Breaking the action here. Two 0 AVC on top of Santa Monica. We're in set 4. Cassandra Tejeda has come off with an injury. Likely not going to return. Anderson bump set for Goodman. Looking for the line. Show right there. Fletes near side. Rafferty off the mark on the set from Fletes. She gets it over. Now Vaught with a free ball opportunity. Big swing off the tape and out from Vaught. It's a nice idea there from Vaught. But unfortunately, the tape takes it and it goes out. 3-0. Back row, Bell. Nice job by Eubanks to save it. Miss hit. ABC battling here in set 4. Clearly not at 100%. It's Maggie Rafferty who's battling in this one. And now Cassandra Tejeda coming off with an injury. See if the Marauders can force a set 5. They got swept last time out versus Santa Monica back on October 13th. Rafferty on top of the block. Anderson unable to contain it. Rafferty with the kill. Four to 1 AVC. Aranzazu, who has checked in for Tejeda, serving for the Marauders. Back set from Hazlip, and Rafferty hits the net. Listen, Haley Anderson to the service line, captain for the Corsairs. Rafferty blocked back over by Pelotu. Bumps a beauty from Hidalgo. Rafferty gets on top of it, but not down. Dug out by Anderson. Bell with a roll shot over. Eubanks handles it well. Fletes, Rafferty, roll shot in for the score. Maggie tees it up, puts it down for the Marauders in a 5-2 lead. Watching on Fireball last few times, takes a little bit off, and change-up works. Hidalgo and Fletes will come off. Romero back on. Lugo into the front row. It's Lugo, Laranaga, and Rafferty up front for the Marauders. Romero serving at 5-2 here in set 4. Romero, tough serve, going after Bell. Bell handles it better this time. Roll shot down the line, and it's good. That's terrific placement there by Emily Bell. Opposite and outside hitter. for the Corsairs. Hazlett, Pelotu, and Bell up front. Back set, Rafferty. That's off of the block and into the antenna, and it should be a point for AVC, 6-3. So they move around Rafferty, and they're late to get over there. And results in good things for AVC. Big swing from Vaught that time. Six to 4. Wolf will serve for the Corsairs. She goes short. Looked like Scholl late getting there. 6 to 5. That's terrific placement there from Mackenzie Wolf on the serve. Goes short. And now AVC by the slimmest of margins. They're going after Scholl again. Back set. Larinaga, the lefty, goes to the whip and off of the block. And down, out of play from Santa Monica. So AVC back to a 2-point lead. Aranzazu will come on. Lugo off. Aranzazu, Larinaga, and Hubanks up front. Call delay a game on Sam Aranzazu, and Aranzazu, listed as a setter, came on for Cassandra Tejeda. Just a warning for the delay a game. Outside Vaught, dug out by Romero. Joust ball, no, at the net. Aranzazu unable to contain it, 7-6. Nordfors back into the front row along with Hazlett and Vaught. Goodman in the back row. Here comes Emily Blower, who's been a star from the service line for the Corsairs this evening. 1-point disadvantage for the Corsairs. Pass by Hubanks. Hubanks with a swing on it, not off of a block. It's out of bounds. And the miss hit from Hubanks, 7-all. Lawrence will come on for Nordfors. Blower. Tough float serve. Hubanks will have a miss hit. We'll have a double tap called on Romero. So 8-7 Santa Monica. Blower will serve it up again. Rafferty, that's a terrific pass. Set, good, off of the block and down, off of Lawrence from Hubanks. 8-all. Expect another seesaw battle here in set 4. The Marauders looking to force a fifth and decisive set. Can they sustain it? Fletes will come back on, along with Hidalgo. Romero off along with Larinaga. It'll be Lizette, Hidalgo, serving at 8-all. Beyond the back line. Hazlett with 1-point lead for the Corsairs. Hubanks, Fletes, down the line, roll shot in. That's terrific placement from Alyssa Hubanks. Just missed it out of shot, out of frame there. 9-0. Jump set, Laurence. Jump set there from Hayslip. Really throws off the timing of the block, and we see it late to cover Laurence. 10-9 Santa Monica. Vaught. Well by Scholl. Rafferty able to get her full weight into that one. Goodman dug out by Eubanks. Fletes sets up Rafferty. Rafferty with a roll shot. Anderson right there. Bell with a head of steam. Off the block, not down. Rafferty on the net and down on the AVC side. Laurence. See the battle there between Goodman, Laurence, and Rafferty. The Corsairs get the better of that one, 11-9 now. Corsairs with a 2-point lead in set 4. Vaught again. That's a terrific pass from Maggie Rafferty, and she sends it off of the block and down on the Corsair side. That's a great sequence there from Maggie. Back to live action. Vaught, Hayslip, Goodman off the block. Eubanks covers. Bump set, Fletes. Bumped over by Maggie, and Laurence with a crush ball. You see Laurence rise up and just pound it off of the block from Lugo. 12-10 Santa Monica. Pelodu will come on for Laurence, who's terrific in that rotation for the Corsairs. Anderson to the back row to serve, in a 2-point lead for Santa Monica. Eubanks, Fletes looking for the setter dump. Hayslip all over it. Bell, meanwhile, roll shot. And down, Scholl unable to get there in time. Scholl battling. 13-10. Anderson will tee it up. One more time for Santa Monica, and that one past the back line. And a service error results in a 2-point deficit for the Marauders at 13-11. Romero back on. Larinaga. Fletes. And Hidalgo will come off. And let's see if they can get Rhiannon Romero on a bit of a run here. She was awesome in set 1 and moved to the 25-14 victory. But it's been 2 sets in a row here for AVC. Pelodu, that's a double tap. See the rotation on the ball there, and that's what they called as Pelodu. I just roll that over and adjust, but did not matter. 13-12 now. Romero goes down the line, finds her target in Bell. Bell handles it pretty well. Bell into the twine and down on the Santa Monica side. AVC ties it up at 13 apiece. Exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Marauders, with Romero at the service line right now. We'll have a rotation violation. Pelodu and Bell, they will have a conversation with head coach Teron Douglas. Not a big fan of the call, obviously, but does not matter. It will be a point for the Marauders. 14-13 now, middle of set 4. Romero. Another tough serve. Vault handled it perfectly. Peloto off the top of the block. She gets on top of it, but it's blocked back over. Lugo, Laranaga, hit over. Romero sets up near side. Rafferty can't get it down. Bump set from Anderson. Goodman into the block of Rafferty and down on the AVC side. See Rafferty frustrated there with herself, unable to maintain the wall. 14-0. Goodman. Big set in the middle. Lugo! As the crowd comes alive here for the Marauders at Newton Gillette Court. Lugo's rears back, fires, 15-14. Lead back to AVC. Rafferty with a pretty good serve there. Bell, roll shot. Rafferty digs it out. Romero near side. Eubanks goes angle. Vaught digs out. Joust ball, no. Should be a 4. No. Lugo just going to have to tap that one over. Essentially a free ball situation. Bell with a head of steam. She tools the block perfectly off of Laranaga and down. 15 all tied yet again. The amount of lead changes here starting to pile up in set 4. Both teams battling here in Lancaster. Bell serving at 15 apiece. That's a terrific pass. Laranaga off of the block. There was a joust ball situation on that far side. Vaught's going to get the better of it. The lead back to Santa Monica at 16-15. Emily Bell. Jump float, Scholl handled it pretty well. Romero pushes it outside, near side. Eubanks looking for placement. Crush ball from Vaught, dug out by Romero. Back row attack, Peloto all over it. Look at the swing here from Maya Vaught. And Romero right there. Missed opportunity, Rafferty. Peloto puts that one away. It's a nice sequence there for Santa Monica. As the Marauders continue to battle. Bell on a run. The serve receive continues to be stellar from Eubanks. Just missed opportunities here from the setting of AVC. They now find themselves down by 3, and they've really wasted a couple of really nice passes from Melissa Eubanks. The Marauders will call a timeout. Back to battle we go here in Lancaster. AVC trailing by 3. Overpass, joust ball. Vaught with the kill. And again, the serve receive continues to struggle for Antelope Valley as the lead pushed to 5 from Santa Monica. Eubanks. Blocked back over. Eubanks will set up into the middle. Lugo gets it over. That's a miss hit there from Hayslip. Not a miss hit, but a touch violation. That will send Scholl, the libero, back to serve for the Marauders, trailing by 4, late set 4. Into the tape. The margin of error here for the Marauders, razor thin. And Scholl puts it into the tape. And Blower, who has been lights out from the service line for Santa Monica, there right now. Chance to go on a run to close things out. Eubanks tries to save it, and Aranzazu unable to corral it and send it over. Timeout, Mark Cruz of Antelope Valley. 22-16, the Corsairs 3 points away. Last stand here for AVC, trailing by set 6 in set 4. Blower. Again, another tough serve off the chest of Rafferty. Eubanks sends it down the line. Exactly what Coach Cruz wanted coming out of the timeout. A side out for Emily Blower. And now Hidalgo will serve things up. Romero off along with Laranaga. Fletes into the front row. Watch for the setter dump. It's been well timed this evening. Of course, the passing has to work. Hidalgo, short serve, finds Vaught, jump set, and that's Lawrence. See Lawrence over everybody. Rises up and puts it away for the Corsairs. 2 points away. Hayslip, Eubanks. Tough pass, back row attack. Maggie sends it way long, and now it's match point for Santa Monica. Hayslip. Nice pass from Maggie. And Eubanks. Tools it off of Goodman. 24-18, Eubanks goes angle in for the ace. Goodman puts it away. And that will do it. Hidalgo, Aranzazu tries to get it off of the elbow and over into the net. And I'm not entirely sure what the call was there, but it's a stay of execution for the Marauders. So hold everything. 24-20. Down the line, Scholl right there. Aranzazu bumps it. Fletes will get this one over. Anderson covers. Miscommunication between Fletes and Scholl. And it finds the hardwood. And now Santa Monica prevails 3-1 on top of Antelope Valley. Well, again, thank you to Athletic Director and Dean of Athletics Tom Gang, Sports Information Director Byron Devers, Head Coach Mark Cruz, and Head Coach Teron Douglas and Assistant Coach Joe Manzo from Santa Monica for allowing us some time earlier this evening talking about the matchup. Again, your final score here, Western State Conference matchup in 3C2A Women's Volleyball, 3-1. Santa Monica defeats Antelope Valley. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great evening and a great weekend.